The objective of this 20 under 45 is for us to promote young up-and-coming architects. We all know it's very important that architects, both experienced and especially the young one, must be given an opportunity to showcase their work, which means featuring the seminal works of 20 architects under the age of 45. Now, the very first installment that we did was in 2004, and we highlighted the first 20 architects and catapulted them to, in many ways. Now, the second installment, that is the 20 under 45, the next generation, because we feel that after 5-6 years, many of the younger architects are feeling back that they ought to have a chance also to be highlighted. We are here on a mission to promote the architecture and urban design excellence and also our architects. And most importantly, we're here to share and hopefully to continue a lot of discourse between the Germans, Berliners and Singapore.
In a way, sustainability has always been in the blood of Singapore. We are the very small island city-state with very scarce resources. And in planning for the built environment in Singapore, I think sustainability has always been very key in our consideration.
I think at present, Singapore style for a very long time has always been taking reference from other countries. And that's probably always the key challenge that the architects have been facing. But I can say that in the last 5 years, we started to gradually create this thing called Singapore tropical style. And in an interesting way, along with the sustainability issues and the concern over the green agenda globally, we are starting to create architecture that is highly acclimatized to the environmental conditions that we have in Singapore. We always see that Singapore is a very small country, and it's probably because of our economic boom or the fact that we build and we grow very fast. We're attracting other architects and designers from other countries to have an interest in our projects. But for us to take our projects and our work to another country and to establish and initiate interesting dialogue, to challenge ourselves, to discuss and go on the discourse on urban issues, I find that that's a great privilege and is a good honor. Perhaps it's interesting to see as a beginning of Singapore architecture kind of starting to have a small step into the global scene, and for all the architects globally to decipher and to work out common strategies. It really opens up the dialogue, and it achieves for us this kind of commonality that we actually have something in common, and we actually can share information and knowledge that we gain, and we can also be the kind of spark that triggers new ideas in a completely different place. And that probably is the most meaningful thing that this exhibition has created.
I think this exhibition shows very well that the Singapore architects have a very wide range of objects they are designing. It's not only the small-scale development on a very dense scale, but also high-rise development, of course, and the whole thing always in a very dense context. That is something we can learn from, I think. The challenge to use as little space as possible is immense, and I think it's an achievement for any city in the world, and therefore I think we can learn a lot from these architects.
So I'm really truly excited about the professional, creative and social exchange that will now take place between our young Singapore architects and the Berlin audience. And I'd like to thank you, Ms. Freires and Mr. Komara, as well as all Berliner friends, for organizing this exchange. So my wish is for this level of this exchange to be a first of many more to come, because I think that both sides will be inspired by these exchanges. Thank you.
Thank you.